Oh no. Touch Joe and see what happens? What? Bro, I don't understand. Like, what is going on? Like, what? This is kind of sus, dude. Like, does he think that, like, the Biden Surgeon General wants to fight Joe Rogan? Like, what? Are they gay for each other now? I don't know what's happening. Touch Joe and see what happens. Only I get to touch Joe Rogan.
Let's fucking go.
Only I get to touch him, bucko. You don't get to touch him. I mean, I guess like Neil Young, he got clapped, you know. Neil Young put his money where his mouth is and said, like, you got to fucking take Joe Rogan off. Okay. But this is pretty funny, by the way. He's like, yeah, Neil Young found out. Hashtag go woke, go broke. Like, yeah, Neil Young said, take my music off the platform. Like, I'm doing an ultimatum. It's like me or Joe Rogan. And Spotify was like, yeah, it's Joe Rogan. What do you mean? Yeah, it's 100% Joe Rogan. Like, please. Which I kind of get. Like, they gave him $100 million, dude.
Happy new studio day. Has baited.
You know what I mean? Like, they gave him $100 million fucking dollars. They're not gonna... They're not gonna fucking be like, oopsie, I know that he's like spreading a lot of vaccine misinformation and like probably causing people to not get the immediately and readily available the readily available protective vaccines that are safe, free, and effective, like demonstrably effective. And then, you know, he's probably causing some fucking hogs to, you know, die.
Hey, sexy.
A sad death, alone, cold, scared, with a fucking vent down their throat. But like, hey, we gave him $100 million.
Unite the workers like
anyway,
has united his
what if more
eyebrows.
artists do that though? I fucking doubt it. I doubt it. I mean, it's cool that he's doing this. Like, this is respectable, okay? This is a person who put his money where his mouth is.
Mind blown.
This is a person who just straight up said, fuck you. Like, take this shit down. 2 days after the letter was published, Spotify is now in the process of removing Young's music from their streaming service. We have detailed content policies, and we've removed over 20,000 podcast episodes related to COVID since the start of the pandemic. You mean the plandemic? Got him. We regret Neil's decision to remove his music from Spotify, but we hope to welcome him back soon. In his letter, which was originally published on the website, Young said, I'm doing this because Spotify is spreading fake information about vaccines, potentially causing death to those who believe that this information being spread by them. They can have Rogan or Young, not both. In a follow-up letter published Wednesday, Young said that Spotify represented 60% of his streaming revenue globally, which amounted to a huge loss for his record company to absorb, but that he moved forward with removing his catalog because he could not continue to support Spotify's life-threatening misinformation to the music-loving public. I know that, like, Spotify playlisting is unfortunately one of the real chances at exposure these days, so it's a much harder choice to make for artists that aren't worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Hey, not complaining. I thought you want to know that the sound is really echoing. No, it's your mother's back walls that are being clapped that you hear in the background, okay? Shut the fuck up about the echo. It's not that significant. It does not matter. You are being a bitch. Okay? Suck it the fuck up. There's going to be a little bit of fucking echo in your Sennheiser 7000, you know, Fuckmaster ear fucking headset that you're using at home. Okay? You're being annoying. Small artists are irrelevant. They have no bargaining power against Joe fucking Rogan. I know. Big artists or record labels, on the other hand, could potentially urge Spotify to do something, but they will not do that because they also don't give a shit. Joe's a big fan of Neil Young. I'm sure it'll make Joe feel bad, but it won't change anything. As they say, it's better to burn out than fade away. Anyway, I hear it in the $150 headphones for the record. Oh, sick, dude. You have incredible ears. You have dog ears, bro. Good job. So, anyway, yeah, he's a firm believer in vaccines as a consequence of getting polio, like surviving childhood polio. Makes sense as to why he would also, follow through on this. Imagine calling Neil Young a small artist. No, I'm not saying Neil Young is a small artist, you dummy. Chatter was talking about actual small artists. Like, if they, smaller artists, were to say, we're going to get off Spotify, Spotify would not give a shit. Not Neil Young. Thank you, Coffee Dave, for the 5 get the subs, by the way. Imagine if Taylor Swift or someone similar made a move like this. That would have a crazy impact. I think so.
Chat could help you do your eyebrows now since we can see the follicles.
Do you think Joe at some point will admit that he's wrong? I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like it, honestly, because I feel like he's too far gone. He's lost in the sauce. I don't think this is like the thing. I've told you guys this before. Like, Joe Rogan has things that he cares about, and he will advocate for those things no matter what, no matter how much people tell him he's wrong. And usually the things that he cares about are like either A, not all that significant, like fucking, consuming mushrooms. It's like not super harmful, okay? And I would go so far as to say even positive if done right. Or, I don't know, smoking weed, same with that. So in that situation, who cares if he doesn't fucking change his mind? And he doesn't have to change his mind. But this is one of those things that is actually really damaging to the public health and really scary that he won't see any other argument on this. But at this point, guys, you have to recognize this, and I'm really sad to report this over and over again. I'm really sad to fucking repeat this over and over again, okay? But
wow,
it's just not happening.
To upgrade your setup so I can see every hair follicle.
Dude, a New York Times podcast, one of the New York Times podcasts, partnered up with Morning Consult and conducted a study where they found that 90% of Democrat voters that are adults have gotten vaccinated, and that number is like 27% or something for Republicans. If you are a conservative, or if you have conservative leanings, if you have conservative adjacent ideas, you are not going to get vaccinated, and you're never going to get vaccinated. Now, the interesting part about that Morning Consult poll and the New York Times Daily with Mark Barbaro was that there is a level of not trusting the science or the scientists on both sides. Obviously, one side's way more damaging and one side's way more devastating. But and I saw myself in that, I'll admit. One of the interesting things that they found out was that liberals who are very worried about the fucking pandemic and very, very worried about the very worried about the pandemic and very worried about getting COVID, the highest rates of people that were worried about COVID were those who were already boosted.
Hi.
I'm one of those people. I'm worried about getting COVID. I'm worried about my parents getting COVID. I'm worried about giving them COVID. I'm not personally that worried about getting COVID myself, even though I have seen people like Cutie Cinderella who now I believe have long COVID, and it's really fucking sad. And it's really scary, right? But I'm fucking boosted up. The likelihood that someone as young as myself, especially when I'm boosted, severely damaging themselves by getting COVID is insanely fucking low. It is super duper low. So it is, in a weird way, kind of unscientific for me to like be this scared of getting COVID because I'm fucking boosted up. So it's because you understand the risk assessment. No, I think that like, I think that it's not like I think it's a little bit of a ridiculous fear to have. I think like given the likelihood, not a ridiculous fear, but like me being like way afraid of COVID as a 30-year-old who's like fucking boosted up is kind of like is a little, I'm overblowing it for sure.
This makes traveling from Ohio to Nevada so much better.
Anyway.
19 months, let's go.
But long COVID is still fucking terrifying. It's all about the hospital beds. Bitch, I'm not going to the hospital bed. What the fuck are you talking about? That's what I mean.
Sick new studio.
Anyway. Boosted but still irrationally scared because I don't want long COVID. Yeah, I mean, that's where it's coming from.
Much different to me.
But
I'm watching you in 160p.
You know, that fear is the reason why I got boosted. That fear is the reason why I got vaccinated. My parents are leaving. So motherfuckers in the chat being like, yeah, they're leaving, which is very sad. Actually, I am actually very sad. The parent arc is done for now. Okay.